Good morning, true crime friends. How y'all doing? Listen, yesterday I was minding my own business, and then a little birdie flew into my ear and told me some red hot Charlie Adelson tea. And I was like, oh, let me get on this. And then I did all my research. And by research, I mean, I read an article on Reddit and I watched a couple videos. So that means I'm fully informed, and I could give you the what's what and the who's who on this latest true crime gossip. But first, you know what you need to do. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. That helps other people find us. Also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. So look, Bree Price. Do you remember Bree Price? For those who don't know, let me get you caught up. Okay, first, there's the Adelson crime family. That is Mama Donna Adelson and Charlie Adelson and Wendy Adelson, and also Harvey Adelson down there in South Florida. Now, Wendy was living her best life. Please know, I have a whole Adelson crime family playlist, but I'm just going to give you the quick and dirty so you can be caught up, right? The Adelsons were living down there in Florida, and then Mama Donna and her daughter Wendy were like, oh, girl, you need a husband. And Wendy was like, okay, that dude right there, Danny Markell, he's going to be my husband. So Danny became her husband, and then they moved up to North Florida and had babies. And Mama Donna and her brother Charlie were like, you should move back down to South Florida. And she's like, I would love to, but, see, I got this husband and this life and this family or whatever. And her family was like, oh, we don't like him anyway. So she divorced her husband. But the husband was like, that's nice. You could divorce me, but you still got to live up here in North Florida. And she was like, I don't think so. And then her family down in South Florida got together and commissioned the unfortunate unaliving of her husband, Danny. And then with him no longer on this mortal coil, she was like, oh, this is terrible. And she moved down to South Florida. Okay. So then the hit people who unfortunately unalived her ex-husband got arrested and went off to jail. And then in time, the police force was like, these random hit people did not just unfortunately unalive this man for kicks. So who would have been involved? Oh, looks like her brother Charlie is the one who commissioned the unfortunate unaliving, right? So Charlie went to trial last year, and I was perched. I was on the edge of my seat. I covered that trial breathlessly every single day. In Charlie Adelson's trial, where P.S. he was convicted, Charlie was a dentist, a periodontist, a homicidal periodontist. This homicidal periodontist was like the kind of greasy scumbag that all of us know or have at least seen or been, or, run across from time to time. Oh, he had a fancy car, and he had all the girls, and he had a lot of money, and he had some nose candy. He used to sell steroids on the side, a narcotics enthusiast. Child, he was a whole mess. But he was the apple of his mama's eye. And while he is out here just slanging dang-a-lang all over South Florida, he was with this girl, June Unchumba. And June was like, real cute, a little bit dim, just a little bit dim. June, girl, raise your standards. You do not need a homicidal periodontist in your life. Anyway, June was like, but I love him. Even though he's a scumbag, I love him a real lot. And Charlie, who was not on first name basis with being faithful to his girlfriend, hooked up with his sister's boyfriend's nanny. Are you following this? Anyway, that nanny was Bree. Bree, another real cute girl, who was also not that bright, was like, oh, I love Charlie so much. And then while Charlie was on a break with his girlfriend, June, the nanny got pregnant. And she was just like, oh, Charlie, I love you. Now I have secured the bag for a lifetime. I got money coming in left, right, and center because I had a rich man's baby. This is going to go good. And then Charlie got arrested and carted off to jail. And she was like, oh, wait. My gold diggery has gone all the way to the left. And Charlie's mama, Donna, was like, don't you worry about it, darling. This is our grandson. We're going to take care of him. So Charlie's mama, Donna Adelson, was over there, just giving as much money as humanly possible to the little dim bulb gold digger, Bree. Not to slander her. She is out here in these free streets for now, and she does watch every single thing about her. Good morning, Bree. How you doing, girl? Listen, this is about you. It's not for you. Scroll on. Anyway, now that she's gone, I can tell you what had happened. See, what had happened was Bree was doing real good, living off the Adelson family money. She's like, this gold digging has worked out just fine for me. Oops. My baby daddy is in prison for life for the unfortunate unaliving of his brother-in-law. That is terrible, but that's okay because his mama is still out here in these free streets, and she gonna keep paying for my housing and giving me food and making sure my child is okay. Here's the thing. The rich periodontist, who is also homicidal, now a convicted unfortunate unaliver sentenced to life in prison. So he was like, I'm going to take care of my son. You know what he didn't do? Take care of his son. So Mama Donna was like, I'm going to keep giving Bree money and make sure she's okay. Little hitch in that plan, Mama Donna was then arrested in the murder plot for the son-in-law. And Bree was like, I'll be doggone if all of my sources of income have now dried up. What am I supposed to do? Like get a job or something? That would be terrible. Now, she may still work. I don't know. I don't know this girl's personal life. And clearly she's not watching this video, so she can't tell us, right? Right. Anyway, so Miss Bree has fallen on some hard times since her source of income has dried up. Now, maybe she could work down there at the ShopRite or something at the Piggly Wiggly Chow. I don't know what they have down there in Florida. What do they have? What's the Publix? She can maybe be a bad girl at Publix, something like that. But that's not going to keep her in homicidal periodontist fashion. Anyway, so Bree was over there living with her mama, right? And her and her mama's boyfriend got into a fight. Bree was recently arrested for domestic violence. She lumped up her mama's boyfriend. Bree girl, you getting arrested? You falling off like that to the point where you getting arrested? Bree, maybe you should focus so that your child can have at least one parent who's not in prison. I saw Bree's mugshot yesterday. Bree girl has fallen off. Ooh, she is looking rough now. Not rough like I've been in prison for a long time rough, but like, I'm looking like a regular poor person rough. Not that there's anything wrong with being poor, but when you hitch your wagon to a homicidal periodontist, sometimes things can go all the way to the left, honey. That's sugar baby and don't pay like it used to, especially not in South Florida. So while I was letting my little Google fingers do the walking, guess what else I found out about Bree? Bree done lumped up her mama's boyfriend and got arrested for it. She was also arrested for a DUI. Bree girl, I'm gonna need you to do better. And then I was like, what else is on here? What could the very reliable source of Reddit tell me about Miss Bree? Well, come to find out, she also skipped court on a credit card fraud charge. And I was like, well, now you know I got to go deep down the credit card fraud rabbit hole. Turns out, Bree, couldn't afford her apartment or whatever. She moved in with her cousin. Her cousin was like, okay, you can live here and you can drive my car. I want to help you and your child out. Well, money got tight. And see, also, Bree is not on first name basis with having a good and regular job. So she stole some credit cards from her cousin and just charged up whatever she wanted to charge up. And the cousin was like, well, what I'm not going to do is that. And so the cousin, instead of being like, okay, girl, if you pay me back in like small monthly payments, I will not press charges. The cousin was like, nope. What we not doing is this. So the cousin went to the police and pressed charges of credit card fraud against Miss Bree. Let me get this straight. At this point in the last 2-3 years, since her baby daddy went to prison and the baby daddy mama looked like she's going to be doing life in prison, Miss Bree has racked up charges for lumping up her mama's boyfriend, driving under the influence, and credit card fraud, and then refusing to show up in court, failure to appear in court on the credit card fraud charges. I'm like, Bree girl, you're going to have to get your act right fully installed. Now, listen, I know you're young and you trying to get your life together, but you old enough to be doing better than this. That gold diggering, it don't work out. And where is June Unchumba, Charlie's former fiance? Is she willing to step in and pay for Charlie's son? Something tells me no. Because June, even though she was a little bit dim, she was smart enough to start her own business and not be involved with these people. Anyway, Bree, listen, phone calls from prison and assorted others had the phone calls of Charlie Adelson over there in the prison. And Bree was like, Charlie, I love you. I love you. You're going to keep paying for my life, though. You're going to keep paying for my life. You know what, Charlie, now that you're a convicted, unfortunate unaliver and you're going to prison forever, should we get married? Picture it. Cute young girl with a son with this man. He's in prison for life. She's proposing to him. You would think that would go the other way around, right? He would be trying to lock that down and make sure she don't go no place, get a new daddy for that baby, whatever. She proposed to him and Charlie was like, no. The insult, can you imagine? A murderer tells you, girl, how you getting rejected by a convicted murderer? Ma'am, ma'am, I'm going to need you to get your whole life together, right? And so I was at work yesterday, minding my own business, and then bring a little text message came up, and Tanika from the Tanika's 2 cents. Y'all know Miss Tanika, right? If you're not watching Tanika of the Tanika's 2 cents, I do not know what you are doing with your life. Get thee right now to her channel and hit the like and subscribe button. Anyway, Tanika was like, girl, did you see Bree got arrested? I was like, and so one of my coworkers was like, is everything okay? Are your kids okay? And I was just like, oh, no. It was a slight emergency. And my coworker was like, oh, true crime related. I was like, girl. She's like, girl, I understand. I'll watch it tomorrow. They know me. They really, really get me. Anyway, so more to come on the brief front. Oh, but there are other ne'er-do-wells out here in these courtrooms. Lori Vallow Daybell's case is in jury selection, y'all. Lori Vallow Daybell, who has been convicted in the unfortunate unaliving of her 2 children and her new husband's former wife. She's in jury selection for unfortunately unaliving her previous husband. Are you following this? Lori Vallow Daybell is a whole mess. True crime aficionados everywhere know every step of her case because it is super duper crazy. Yes, I have a Lori Vallow Daybell playlist, which I will link in the description box of this video. Lori is doing lawyer drag. She's up there. She's like, I am going to go pro se. Yes, I have been diagnosed with delusional disorder. And her delusion. Now, see, here's the thing. When you have delusional disorder, you're not crazy about every single thing. You're crazy in one particular area or maybe 2. Her particular area of focus on her crazy is she has like hyper religiosity, which means she thinks that Jesus told her she could unfortunately unalive people and it doesn't count for her. Ma'am, that's not how the world works. I don't care what you thought Jesus was whispering in your ear. I promise you it was not that. But she's like, I have already been convicted and I'm sentenced to life in prison in North Idaho, Iowa. And so now I'm down here in South Idaho, Iowa, aka Maricopa County. And I will be my own lawyer. She's having the time of her life. Oh, they let her put on regular clothes. She's in a black suit. She looks like a lawyer. But listen, don't slip on Miss Lori. They got a shock belt on her. So if her act right shakes a little loose, it can be like, zzz, zzz, and she's like, so if you see her look like she having a seizure, her eyes roll back in her head or something, that's just that shock belt that they put on her. Okay. But they say she has on makeup. Her hair is lightly dyed. She's just like, she probably has overdrawn those eyebrows again, y'all, in her last interview. I was like, did she put them eyebrows on with a magic marker? What is happening? But she has herself all together and she's operating as her own lawyer and she does not want Nate Eaton in the case. Nate cannot be a witness. Nate Eaton is our favorite Mormon over there in East Idaho, Iowa, from the East Idaho, Iowa News. And he has been following Lori Daybell. He's a reporter. He's been following Lori Daybell around the country, reporting on her case. Oh, he's adorable. Listen, y'all know we have already discussed the levels of Mormonism. Good morning, LDS friends. Listen, there are several levels of Mormonism. The regular, everyday, very nice people who we love and adore, those are our funeral potato Mormons. Nate Eaton is very much a funeral potato Mormon. Like Donnie Osmond-esque, right? Smile. He'll wave and say good morning to you, even if he doesn't know you. He's delightful. Will he give you a free Book of Mormon? Absolutely, he will. In my opinion, I don't know. I never met the man, but he is wonderful, a delightful human being. A funeral potato Mormon. Now look, the next level of Mormons are better than you Mormons. Every group has a better than you level. The PTA, your church, your mosque, the ladies in the HOA, whatever, they better than you. Oh, they're better at PTA than you. They more Mormon-y than you. They're better at everything than you. And they're going to tell you all the rules because they know all the rules. Lori Vallow Daybell used to be a better than you Mormon. And she was just like, I know all the things because I have read all the books and done all the whatever. And then she slipped over into being the next level of Mormon, which is zombie Mormon. That's where she's just like, certain people are zombies and it's okay for me to take them off this mortal coil. Lori Vallow Daybell is a zombie Mormon. We here at Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo LLC, don't sue me, do not endorse the zombie level of Mormons. We don't like them. We don't want them near us. We don't want nothing to do with them. Now, them better than you Mormons, we can tolerate them. They okay. We will invite them to the barbecue. We're not going to listen to what they have to say because they a little bit team too much. We here strongly prefer our funeral potato potato Mormons. Hey there, LDS funeral potato friends. Look. So Lori and her full zombie Mormon self is going to be over there in the courtroom today. Oh, she's still doing jury selection, and she has questions that she thinks sound real smart and learned, and she argues with the judge and stuff. I'm living for it. Living for it. She's a whole mess, and I could not enjoy it more. Lauren over there from the Hidden True Crime, her and Dr. Matthias. Oh, they're over there covering it. And Lauren, I'm a hidden gem. Lauren from the Hidden True Crime. She's doing lunchtime lives. She's doing I'm going to court lives. She's doing evening lives where she breaks down what happened in the court case. And I'm on the edge of my seat watching it every single day because Lauren is the best. I love her so much. And her family, her adorable little husband. Look, last but certainly not least, a little birdie told me that the Karen Reed trial starts soon. And to that I say, I don't care. Not humanly possible for me to care less. Now, I know that there are a lot of people here on the tubes of you who care very, very much about all things Karen Reed, and they want to know every single thing, and they have strongly encouraged me to follow the Karen Reed case. Let me just say right here, right now, officially, no. Karen Reed is in jury selection. Maybe she's innocent. Maybe she's not innocent. The number of messages that I have received that say, and I quote, Karen Reed is factually innocent. And to that I say, I don't care. That whole case gets on my nerves. I know some of the peripheral characters. I know there's an Auntie Bev. There's something about karaoke. There's biscuits. Brandy Churchwell has gotten very famous from this case, and I'm thrilled for everybody who's involved. But also, it's not for me. Listen, I've been Black in America for 55 years. I got bigger fish to fry than Miss Karen Reed. So thank you, but no. I said last but not least on Miss Karen Reed, but there's one more little thing we need to talk about, and that is Linda Stermer. We've been talking about Linda Stermer all week. Her case was dark yesterday, but she's coming back today, and nobody is more excited about it than me. Let me give you the brief catch-up. Linda Stermer is on trial for the unfortunate unaliving of her husband, where she allegedly poisoned him, bunked him on the head with a skillet, set him on fire, ran him over with the car, and then tried to suffocate him. And she says all of that happened, but it was an accident. And her defense is, oops. So, I'm not entirely sure that this is a real case. I mean, yes, it's in court and there's a judge and there's a jury and everything, but that case is so entirely unhinged. I'm not actually sure that it's real. I can't wrap my mind around the idea that this case is real. Also, for the record, even though she, in my opinion, clearly did all the things, she worked really, really hard to unfortunately unalive that man. Really hard. And I think she's gonna be acquitted because the case happened 18 years ago and some of the evidence has gotten like lost or whatever. I don't think the state has the evidence. So she about to be free. Don't make Linda Stermer mad. She has very big hair, and that hair is holding secrets. All them little secrets and lies is just tucked up under that hair. I would think it was a wig, except for they got old pictures of Linda where her hair is big. And now she's a senior citizen, and her hair is still big, and she got a boyfriend. How does Heifer got a boyfriend? I know perfectly delightful, decent women who are looking to be partnered well. And this Heifer got a boyfriend, although something tells me his standards might not be that high. Me personally, it's just a little personal thing that I do in my life. If you are a person of interest in an unfortunate unaliving, undateable. I don't care if you was found innocent. Good for you. What that got to do with me? You are undateable. You, my friend, are absolutely adorable. And I'm so glad that you're here. Listen, we're going to talk more true crime tomorrow. Until then, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon.